Now before I give my reasoning behind why I think the Nintendo Switch is the best console ever made, to me personally, I am fully aware that it is not the most powerful or perfect console, and that Nintendo prices things way too bloody high, but even though the Switch can still improve, it's still the best to me. However, I can just feel the heat now on your keyboards. I can absolutely feel those comments coming. And look, if 4K resolution, 120 frames per second plus, and ray tracing is what makes games and gaming good for you, then awesome, that's all gravy. But to me, graphics and resolution do not make great games. I keep saying it in every other video I make, and I'll always keep saying it. But why do I think the Nintendo Switch is the best?
I thought you'd never ask.
Ever since the Nintendo Switch was announced and unveiled, I thought it was an absolutely awesome concept. A home console that doubles as a portable console, and for what is essentially a tablet, the Nintendo Switch is capable of some awesome graphics. No, not the best with 4K and yada yada yada, but that doesn't make graphics awesome all the time. The thing with the Switch is that you can play it anywhere and how you want. You have two controllers right out the box with each Joy-Con, which is great for younger children that have siblings. You can use the motion controls for games like ARMS, Mario Kart, 1-2 Switch, Skyrim, etc. There's the Pro controller for more modern gaming control. There's the fact that Switch games are on tiny little cartridges and more often than not require next to no updates for the Nintendo exclusive ones. Some do, absolutely, but more recently Metroid Dread, no day one patch, no update, straight out the box, version 1.000 whatever kind of bollocks, and I played through it entirely with no bugs, no glitches, no crashes, no nothing. Only certain games that are huge and are mainly ports like Doom or Final Fantasy X and X-2 and those kind of games have to download a large chunk of data just due to the fact that they are absolutely humongous. Games that we never thought would ever appear on handheld are on the Switch and run really well, considering, again, the Switch is effectively a tablet. The Witcher 3, Doom and Doom Eternal, Dragon Quest IX, Dying Light, which is more recent, the Crysis trilogy, Skyrim, the list goes ever on, and with the addition of the new OLED screen, longer battery life, better sound and LAN support in the dock, the Switch is just continually improving. There are so many extras like the Mario Kart live game, which is a neat idea, and the Nintendo Labo stuff, which is pretty cool. I ain't paying that much for cardboard, but it's pretty cool. Nintendo, after all, is aimed at younger audiences, and I think a lot of adults that grew up with Nintendo around my age group forget that. Just because you may have grown up doesn't mean that Nintendo has to grow up with you. Hasbro doesn't make Transformers for 40-year-olds, you know. I mean, it would be pretty cool. But then I just collect toys anyway because I'm a 33-year-old child. The Switch has so many great exclusive games in its library to enjoy at home, again, or on the go. I mean, The Witcher on the shitter. What more do you want? There's Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8, Super Smash Bros., Luigi's Mansion 3, Metroid Dread, Paper Mario, ARMS, Donkey Kong Returns. The list goes on and on. Yes, there's a lot of Wii U ports, and I think that the Wii U was criminally underrated, and I'm glad that the ports are coming to the Switch so people can experience those games. But I'm glad that we're getting the Wii U ports. Hopefully we get some GameCube ports too. There's also the virtual consoles like the NES and SNES games, over 100 games split between them. There's also the N64 and Sega Mega Drive games coming this month, which is a bit of a bitch price-wise, but hopefully they add in Game Boy Advance and Game Boy and GameCube and just more to make it a bit more, I don't know, worth it. Just because I love Nintendo and I think the Switch is the best console ever made does not mean I agree with everything they do. At the end of the day, to me, the Switch is the best console because I can play it anywhere, when and how I want. You can put it in sleep mode mid-game and then pick it back up and continue. You can put it on the kitchen table with its kickstand and either use the Joy-Cons or a Pro Controller to play it when you're cooking. I can play an extremely wide variation of games, from AAA exclusive titles to all the awesome indies, the ports of older games and the third-party entries. The Switch has something for everyone and everything for the younger generation of gamers. But like I said, This is just my opinion, but I'd love to hear which console is your favourite in the comments down below. Please let me know what's your favourite console, which do you think is the best ever made, and why. Everybody's different, everyone has their own opinions. This one's just mine. But don't get me wrong, I still have an Xbox Series S. I absolutely love that. I love playing Halo and, you know, all the modern games. And, you know, yes, it is really cool when games run at a really high frame rate and they look really shiny. But at the end of the day, it's not about how games look. It's about how games play. That's the important thing. But thank you very much for listening to me waffle on, and I'll catch you on the next one.